Hey, hey, it's a brand new day. Hair up, we're in the kitchen, and we're going to make something absolutely delicious today. I'm Patty, and I am the chef, owner, founder of La Chicala Culinary. I've been thinking I need to do an introductory video. I've been making a few videos, but I think within the next week, we'll have an introduction, so you really get to know who I am, who we are. But today, we are going to make something really delicious. We are going to do Korean garlic cream cheese buns. If you've never had one, it is a delicious bread bun. It's got a cream cheese filling and dipped in a savory, sweet, garlicky butter sauce and rebaked again, and they are amazing. So here we go. Not difficult to do. First thing I'm going to do is put 1 packet of yeast in my mixer. I buy my yeast in bulk. If you do, it's 2 1/4 teaspoons equals 1 of those little packets you buy. I have a 1/2 cup of sugar here. I'm going to put about half of it in there, hold back the other half. And I have 1 1/4 cups of warm milk. I just took it out of the microwave. I warmed it for about 45-50 seconds. I'm going to let this get just a little bit foamy, which it's already starting to do. That's really good fresh yeast, and we'll be back. Okay, my yeast is foaming. I know it's blooming, it's doing well. I'm going to add the other 1/4 cup of sugar. I have 2 eggs. Large eggs are fine. I always buy extra large, so when I'm talking about eggs in my recipes, they're pretty much always extra large. And I have 1/3 cup of oil. Any neutral flavored oil will work. I'm using sunflower oil today. You can do avocado, you can do grapeseed, you can do vegetable oil, whatever you got in the house. I'm gonna let this run for a second just to mix it. I have 4 1/2 cups of flour. All-purpose flour or bread flour. I'm using all-purpose today, and I mixed in 1 teaspoon of salt. We don't want the salt to hit the yeast. It will kill it. We're going to put this in. Good. Now, I'm going to let this run and knead this dough for about 10 minutes, and then we'll be back. But what I will tell you is give it a minute till it all pulls together. If it seems like it's just a little bit too sticky, add up to 2 tablespoons of flour. Don't go heavy on the flour, you will have heavy, dense buns. Let it go for about 10 minutes and we'll be back. So I put this out on the board before I set it to rise because I just wanted to show you where it needs to be. You need to have a little patience, really let it run for 10 to 12 minutes. You see how I'm stretching this dough? Look at that. And you can see the translucence. I hope you can see it on the camera, but you can see my hands behind it. That's called a window pane test. The dough is not tearing. That's where you want it to be. Okay, now I'm going to make a ball out of it. I'm going to put it in my greased dough bucket, cover it, and it needs to rise for 1.5 hours. Patience will be rewarded when your family comes home. I just had the news on, and with so much going on in the world, I love to make sure that there's something delicious on the table at night, some peace and comfort. This is what my clients ask of me. We have a lot of working moms, and they tend to tell me, I want my kids to have a home-cooked meal and not just, McDonald's because I can't make it in time. It's a time to sit, enjoy your family. That's why I always say, buon cibo, buon amici. Good food, good friends. We'll see you in 1.5 hours. Okay, time's up. Check it out. Look how much that rose. Beautiful. Okay, I'm going to take my rings off here. And we're going to take this out. Look at that. Gently pat it down. Oh my goodness. Now, I find it easiest when I'm dividing something to have kind of a regular shape to cut up. So, we're going to divide this in 6 pieces. So, I'm going to go halvesies this way. Here we go. And now, let me see. 3 pieces this way. Okay, what you're going to do is form each of these pieces into a very tight ball. Here we go. And put them on your baking sheet. I lined it with parchment paper. Once these are all done, they will be covered with either a sheet of plastic wrap or a kitchen towel. Make sure that ball is nice and tight and firm. And we are going to let these rise for another hour. In the meantime, you can preheat your oven to 350 and make sure you have some cream cheese softening up, because once they're cool, we're going to need softened cream cheese to make the filling. Okay, we'll be back in about an hour. Are these beautiful or what? Look at that. Gorgeous. Okay, I have an egg, which I diluted with maybe 2 tablespoons of water. I'm just going to give them a quick egg wash, but I don't want them... Be careful with this. This is optional. You don't have to. It gives them a little bit of a gloss when you're done, but keep in mind that they have to go back in the oven again with the garlic butter, and we don't want them getting too brown. So that's why I diluted the egg a little bit with the water. I have a 350-degree oven, and I haven't made these in this house yet, but in my old house it was about 20 minutes. So I'm guessing somewhere around there, 20, 21, 22, keep an eye on them. I'm gonna take them out and cool them, and then once they're cool, they will be filled, dunked in that wonderful garlic butter sauce, and baked again, and you are not gonna believe the explosion in your mouth. So these are going into a 350 oven. We'll be back in about 20 minutes. Show you what they look like, and then we'll let them cool off. Are these gorgeous or what? Okay, so they're out of the oven. We're going to let them cool, and while they're cooling, I'm going to get the ingredients ready for my butter sauce. I have butter, lots and lots of minced garlic, parsley, an egg, and some honey. And I have cream cheese, heavy cream, and confectioner's sugar for the cream cheese filling. So I can't wait till these cool off and you guys see these done. Be back in a bit. Alrighty, here we are. So let me explain the sauce. The butter sauce is 1 stick of butter melted. I took about a dozen cloves of garlic. I told you this is a lot of garlic. And I put them in my little mini food chopper. They have to be minced very, very finely. You could use a garlic press if you want. To me, it was just easier with that much to put it in the little chopper. A couple tablespoons of chopped parsley I put in there. 1 egg and 1 stick of melted butter. Oh, and about anywhere from 2 to 4 tablespoons of honey. I used, I think 2.5, 3, whatever was in the bottom of the honey bottle. And the cream cheese was 2 sticks of cream cheese, a 1/2 cup of confectioner's sugar. I whipped that up, and then about a 1/2 cup, scant 1/2 cup of heavy cream, and whipped that in. And I put it in a pastry bag and cut off the bottom. So here's what we're going to do. You know, I had a customer years ago who ordered these on a weekly basis. Whatever their regular order was, they would get. They would pay extra to have an order of these. It was the family's weekly treat. That's how good these are. So what you're going to do is cut through in half, but you're not going to cut all the way through. Go about 3/4 of the way down. And then another 2 cuts so that you have 6 wedges, more or less. As even as you can, don't go crazy. Again, do not cut all the way through. Just like that. See what we have? Now, these are soft, and they're supposed to be soft. These are not crispy, crunchy, okay? We take our cream cheese, and we are going to pipe a line inside each one, inside each wedge. Just pipe a line of cream cheese. Just like that. And I think that's the last one. And then for good measure, I usually give a squirt in the middle. Now, we take our garlic butter sauce, pick up your roll very carefully, grab hold of it, it's pretty big, and dunk. Let the excess drip off and put it on your baking sheet right here. I'm going to do all 6 of these and be back. Okay, y'all, done. When I was finished with all 6, I had a little cream cheese filling left in the tube, stuck it right in the center of each one, and filled them so that they're good and full. This is the little bit of butter sauce that's left over. We're just going to drizzle it over top, brush it in. The oven is still at 350, and they're going to go in anywhere from 10 to 20 minutes. Now, if you see that they're getting too brown, throw a piece of foil right on top. Don't let them burn. Don't you think these look amazing as they are? Okay, we'll be back in about 20 minutes. Okay, I'm having a hard time getting the camera angle so you can see these amazing buns. But here we go. We're gonna let them cool off just a little bit, served warm. And let me tell you, if you make these for your family, they're gonna think you're a rock star. Buon cibo, buon amici, good food, good friends. Food is meant to be shared. Enjoy, and please come back and see us again.